Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to go over one of the fundamentals of combat in Azur Lane and understanding how the combat works. Once you understand this, you will basically be able to build your fleet however you want. You won't need to go and ask all these weebs, "Oh, what ship is good against what? How do I do this? What is good against this?" You'll know for yourself, okay? So, with that being said, let's just get into it. So, there are 3 armor types in Azur Lane, okay? Light, medium, and heavy. Each of these 4 ammo types, HE, AP, special AP, and normal, are specialized against a certain armor type. Now, that doesn't mean that they're only good against that armor type, but in this video we're going to be talking about the specializations, okay? To make it more simple, because we're just doing the basics here, okay? So, for light, so HE ammo is best against light enemies. So HE is unique among the ammo types because HE ammo will light a fire on the enemy once it hits, and the fire does damage over time. Okay. Battleship fires will overwrite the fires from your vanguard, and usually barrages that set fires usually overwrite the regular ones, but sometimes they stack, but that's getting too far into it. HE is best against light, and it lights the enemy on fire. Alright? So, for example, let's say you're in World 10, and you're fighting destroyer enemies. Alright? So, destroyer enemy, maybe for example, you take 3 battleships equipped with HE guns, and that will be the most effective way to deal with that boss. Alright? So, for medium, it is weak to AP. Now, you might be thinking, okay, APS, special AP, what's the difference? So, both of them are best against medium, okay? Both are best against medium. The difference is that regular AP is best against medium, but can also do solid against heavy. Whereas special AP is the reverse. It's best against medium, but can also deal with light fairly well. Alright, so let's say you are on the 12-4 boss, which is 2 heavy cruisers, Maya and Chokai. You might want to take a couple battleships with some AP guns equipped, make quick work with those heavy cruisers, okay? So yeah, these two are just the inverse of each other, AP and special AP. I'll show you the armor modifier here. So, any weapon in this game, if you're curious about its armor modifier, all you gotta do, go into this UI here, click ammo type, and it'll show you this modifier here. Now, it doesn't say it in game for some reason, but these 3 are light, the light modifier, medium, and heavy. I don't know why it doesn't say in game, but yeah. So, back to the original point. So the gun on the left is regular AP, and the right is special AP. So if we look at the modifiers here, you can see they're both very strong against medium, but regular AP is also good against heavy, whereas special AP is also good against light. They're just the inverse of each other, okay? So yeah. That is special AP and AP. Now, normal ammo is kind of a weird case. There are no normal ammo battleship guns. And normal ammo is best against light enemies. In fact, normal ammo is actually horrible against heavy enemies, like abysmal against heavy enemies. If we look at a modifier here, absolutely horrible. 25. So if you're using a normal ammo type against a heavy enemy, you might as well be healing him. Like, you're literally doing nothing. But yeah, so okay, you're thinking, okay, heavy enemies, how do I deal with them? None of the ammo types are specialized against them. Well, planes and torpedoes, that's where they come in. Now, torpedoes, look at the modifier, 130. Now, torpedoes are kind of a lot like autoing is more popular nowadays. You don't see a lot of manual play, so like aiming torpedoes and stuff like that. You can do it if you want, but kind of rare. So torpedoes are kind of like a side thing usually. Like your Vanguard has torpedoes, they shoot them at the boss, the magnetic ones, you know. If you do aim your torpedoes with, just by the way, these torpedoes shoot in a straight line, so they're very easy to aim. You will do monstrous amounts of damage if you can hit all the torpedoes, but it is kind of hard, so keep that in mind. The other thing that is good against heavy enemies is planes. Now, the 3 plane slots, torpedo bombers, 130 modifier, dive bomber, 130 modifier, and switch her to a fighter real quick just for demonstration. The bombs on the fighter are also 115. I'm pretty sure they work the same as dive bomber bombs. Could be wrong, but pretty sure they're the same. So yeah, that is about it for what type of weapon is good against what. One more thing I want to touch on is that sometimes, in certain exceptions, you will forsake your ship's main gun damage in order to maximize the damage from their barrage or some other skill. So, for example, Kazugumo here, you might be thinking, what the heck is this gun? It's blue, it sucks. It only does 7 damage. Yeah, well, Kazugumo's skill here, which one is it? Every time she fires this all-out assault, which is 10 times, she's gonna reduce the cooldown of her torpedoes. So, and she's also gonna fire a very strong all-out assault barrage. So in this case, we don't care about her main gun damage because it sucks anyways. We're just gonna focus on lowering her torpedo cooldowns as much as possible and spamming that barrage. So that's another thing to think about, but it is a little bit more complex and you kind of have to know the ins and outs of some ship skills to be doing that. So a little recap here. HE against light enemies. AP and special AP are specialized against medium enemies. AP can also do heavy, and special AP can also do light. Normal is only good against light. Sucks ass against heavy, and then planes and torpedoes are king against heavy. Alright. So those are the basics there about combat in Azur Lane, what armor types are good. If you guys have any questions about any of this, drop a comment. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.